Hello everyone, my name is Kogo Nintendo and okay, we have found something interesting. I'm going to be covering 3 topics that's been spread around lately. Spoiler alert. If you do not want to get spoiled ahead, click away the video now. I'm going to be talking about Datamine, meaning has been taken from the game's files. You have been warned. But anyway, there's a data miner and game model called Jam A. Gunner, and apparently he found 3 character code names in the game that appear to refer to the first 3 DLC fighters. And quote, okay, so since the secret's out, here's confirmation. Params and Ultimate confirmed the code names of 2 future characters, Jack and Brave. The labels of these characters, Fighter Kind Jack, Fighter Kind Brave, and Fighter Kind Paku, Piranha Plant. 2 of the code names is Jack and Paku, most likely Joker and Piranha Plant, one of which is Brave, and the Brave character is a mystery. However, the Brave character led the people believe that it's either Yuri Well, Lord Even from Tales series, and Edric from Dragon Quest. In Dragon Quest games, the Japanese on the main hero class is Yusha, and it translates to Brave in English. Apparently relating further credence to other recent rumors of the series, including the Smash Bros. Ultimate as another Square Enix rep. And in Tales games, the main hero has their own titles, and Roy has a title called Brave Souls, and Yuri has his title called Brave Vespria. Vespria? I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Alongside that, someone posted the stats for the run speed and weights of 3 codename characters. Go ahead and take a look at this. On second thought, you could always pause the video. Now this one's interesting. It basically telling us that Joker is the fastest and the lightest of all 3, and that the Brave character is a mid-weight character. But I'm not gonna go deep on this one because the data could change later on. Now with that out of the way, I'll talk about 2 specific 5-gen leak. One that has all the 5 DLC fighters, and one that ties with the 5 DLC fighter leak. Now before I get started though, I just want to make something really clear. Normally, I don't cover leaks like how other YouTubers do, because it's easy to tell if it's fake, and the source about every leak is not trusted and believed in. However, this leak has gotten attention over the internet, and it has some credibility. I'll explain later on. But anyway, here's what it says, and quote. Joker. The stage is mementos. Jack Frost appears on screen with a scale. Marking the Persona 5R complete version and Persona 5U fighting game. Persona 5R is 2019. Persona 5U is delayed because Arc is busy with the development of the Grand Blue fighting game. Eldrick. Stages Elf God. Eldrick male and Eldrick female. 2 colors each of Elmia and the Dragon Quest 11 hero. Slime appears on screen with a scale. Achieved through active collaboration on Square side. To benefits of overseas marketing of the Dragon Quest series. And here's another 5-gen leak that has the whole DLC list leak. Again, last warning for those who want to be surprised. You've been warned. Again, quote. Joker. Persona 5R will be released in the first half of 2019. Eldrick. Will to name overseas. Alicia and Eleven will remain his name in Japan as power swaps. Not just Dragon Quest S, but past Dragon Quest series will be released in 2019. He's in to promote the Dragon Quest franchise overseas. Dragon Quest 11 will be published by Nintendo. Ryo Hayabusa. There's a project going on for Ninja Gaiden 30th anniversary. New game comes out in 2019. Not sure it's brand new or not. Steve. He'll be announced in E3 2019. Alex and Master Chief skin as power swaps. He was supposed to be in the base roster, but sent to the DLC for Minecraft Dungeon promotion. Marlene from Doom. He'll be announced in E3 2019. Doom 64 costume as power swapped. Promotion for Doom and Eternal. To remind you who these characters are, Joker for Persona 5, Eldrick for Dragon Quest 3, Ryo Hayabusa for Ninja Gaiden, Steve from Minecraft, and Marine, aka the Doom guy, from the SNES title Doom. Okay, got it. Now I'll be honest, a lot of people have been doing that promotion is a good business for their fans, when in reality, it is. Businesses need promotion to help reach out to potential customers and clients. And I feel like for Nintendo, they want to make the public aware of the product to encourage them to purchase it, and to establish a long-term relationship that will make them repeat customers. What I mean by that is, when Nintendo add a character that they either know or don't know, it'll make a good business for Nintendo, because they added a popular character to a popular crossover fighting game that has popularity. One example being is that Marvin Roy will debut in Melee, but the series was debuted as an SNES that came out in 1990s. But because of the inclusion in Melee, it helped popularize Fire Emblem as a whole, and Roy was actually debuted in the Game Boy Advance version of the Fire Emblem after Melee. But anyway, let's talk about 4 characters: Ryu, Doom, Eldrick, and Steve. Ninja Gaiden can be considered to be a retro rap, not to the levels of Castlevania, but good enough to make people aware of what the series is. Dragon Quest is not just a JRPG game, it is the JRPG. Any fans of JRPG in Japan know the history of the series and how it impacted the industry. Not to mention that Dragon Quest III is said to be a massive influential game in Japan. It even ranked high in Japanese list of the top best games JRPGs of all time. And then we have Minecraft Steve, who, by the way, is the most hated character in the fanbase. Like, bruh! I don't mind Steve's inclusion. I would honestly prefer Minecraft as it exists or the boss, but Minecraft is one of the popular games in history, and Sakurai has even stated that he played Minecraft, so we'll see. And then we have Doom Guy. He's not one of my most wanted in Smash, but I'll be glad to show my support for this character. He is arguably way too violent for Smash, but Bayonetta and Snake has already disproved the argument, so we'll see. And here we are with the move remains. Now this one's interesting, because both weeks follows the rules and break the rules. Let me explain what I mean by this. CI Games announced that Arc System works when making a fighting game based on a popular mobile RPG Global Fantasy called Global Fantasy Versus. Alongside that, Arc System is also working on Persona 5 Arena, but has been delayed because Arc is busy with the development of the Global Fighting game. And this post was made 5 days before the official announcement for Global Fantasy Fighting game. Now what does this have to do with another Fight Gen week that has the whole DLC list? Well, if you look at the full DLC week, you'll notice that Persona 5R ties with Joker inclusion in Smash Bros. Ultimate that this week has specifically said. You'll also notice that both weeks has said that Eldrick will have 2 power swaps with Onisia and the Dragon Quest hero, specifically with Minami in Japan. That alone gives credibility to what we've seen so far. Now, this could be a coincidence, but seeing that the post was made before the official announcement for both Persona 5R and Global Fighting game, the connection between Eldrick and Joker and the 5 Gen week, this week kinda convinced me. Now with that being said, here's the problem I have with both weeks. They say that Steve was supposed to be in the base roster, but was pushed to DLC to promote something. Although I can see Steve being added due to how massive Minecraft is, this doesn't really make sense to me. And if that were the case, some of his files should have been found in the Datamine file. Besides, why, in the sweet of all, would they push a character that's already done to release 7 months after? That alone doesn't make sense to me. Unless he was developed during the development for the base roster, there's no confirmation that said this otherwise. Now this doesn't completely deconfirm his chances completely, as Minecraft as a whole is one of the popular games in gaming history. Microsoft is not going to play the ball. Another problem I have with this week is that it says that the final DLC fighters will be revealed during E3 2019. However, if you look back at the Smash Direct, you'll notice that the DLC is expected to release on February 2020, or at least that's when the DLC is going to be released. Now you could argue that you can announce characters and then release them later on. One example being Ko and Bayonetta. They were both revealed in the final presentation, but they were actually expected to release around February 2016, 2 months after the presentation. However, how would they announce a character at E3? And if that happens, we have to wait 8 months before the full DLC comes out. This alone kinda makes this week sketchy. So what are my final thoughts? The Datamine leak is real, like it's literally taken for the game trials, and it's confirmed that a Brave character is gonna join. And the connection between Erdrick, Joker, and the 5chan leak kinda gives some credibility. And sometime after this leak came out, Outwist announced they will give more info about Persona games, which is March 3rd. Sounds convincing, doesn't it? However, knowing the announcement dates being at E3 is a red flag, especially suggesting we'll all know all of them by E3, if I didn't misread. That's a gap over a half year before the estimated release of all Challenger Pack being available. Wouldn't Nintendo want to space it out a little more? Even if some characters in the leak is true, there's still a chance that it's a little guess. Overall, I'm gonna be on the fence on this one. I just have a hard time believing it when I think about it critically. Like, it doesn't add up to me. Not yet. But at the same time, this week has some credibility. We might get it done in Dragon Quest Web, but the very code name could be anyone. My thoughts on who could be? Either Yuri Wardell, Solar from Kingdom Hearts, or Roy even from Tales. It's just a thought process, don't quote me on this one, this is pure speculation. I could be wrong about all of this, but this is the fun part, making feel like this is fun. But what do you guys think? Do you think the 5chan leak is real or do you think it's fake? Who do you think the Brave character is gonna be? And how would you feel if this was the final DLC roster? Let me know in the comments below. My video's coming to an end, so I'll see you all on the flip side. Later everyone.